Today I want to describe the seventh level of pranayama, and to give a brief summary of the first few levels. The first, second and third levels, and up to the fourth level you are doing the alternative nostril breathing. On the first level you are doing a count of 4, 16, 8, 4, 16, 8. The second level you're doing a count of 8, 32, 16, 8, 32, 16. Third level you're doing 12, 48, 24, 12, 48, 24. Fourth level you're doing 16, 64, 32, 16, 64, 32. If you remember that you could only reach the fourth level if you are following a vegan diet. If you're not following a vegan diet, it will be very difficult for you to transition from the third level to the fourth level. Even if you try the fourth level, you will struggle for breath, and it will be dangerous for you to struggle. It must be easy. So on the fourth level, you're going to push, as I described in the previous videos, to awaken the chi or the prana. And when that awakens is when you will stop doing the alternative nostril breathing, and you will breathe in naturally through your nostril, right? For the same count of 16, 64, and hold it for a count of 64, and you'll breathe out for a count of 32. And when you are holding your breath at the count of 64, you will push down to release the chi, to release the prana, and you'll feel the prana rising up your spine, the energy going up your spine. Then you slowly develop to level 5, to a higher count without the alternative nostril breathing, still breathing naturally from here onwards, for 20, 80, 40, 20, 80, 40. And then the final level, the seventh level, you'll do, the sixth level, you'll do 25, 100, 50, 25, 100, 50. And now we're coming to on the seventh level, what you're going to be doing is, when you breathe out, you're going to now count for the same count that you held the breath when you breathe in, right? So you're going to breathe in for a count of 25, you'll hold your breath for a count of 100, and you'll breathe out for a count of 50, and you will remain in a rested position for a count of 100 again. So you will try not to breathe in, but after a count of 5 or 6 initially, then you will need a breath. Then you can breathe in easily, but just stay in that relaxed position for a count of 100 while breathing. So the goal on the seventh level is that you're going to reach a stage where the energy is high enough that you can count to 100 without the need to breathe. So you're going to breathe in for a count of 25, you're going to hold it for a count of 100 while pushing down, and when you're breathing out for a count of 50, the energy is going to rise, right? And it's going to get higher and higher as you practice over months and years, of course. And then you're going to count to 100 again, right? At the bottom while you're being rested, and breathe lightly whenever, as necessary, right? So as you progress with this, eventually you'll reach the peak or the desired level where the energy is so high that you will not need to breathe at the bottom, and you'll be able to hold your breath very easily, that you breathe out and you will not breathe in for a count of 100. So to go a little bit more detail of how to push, because this energy is a very high energy and it's difficult to control, and it will overwhelm you if you don't know how to control it. So you're going to breathe in for a count of 25 naturally, and then you're going to hold for the count of 100, and you're going to start to push. So in the pushing, before you start to push, you will count to about 20, and then from 20 you will slowly make intention, or you're going to prepare yourself to start pushing. You will not start pushing, you'll prepare yourself to start pushing down your breath. And then when you reach 30, you're going to start pushing gently, right? And then by the time you reach 50, then once you reach the count of 50, then you can push as hard as you comfortably can, because sometimes if you press too hard, the energy becomes uncontrolled. So you need to maintain control of the energy. So this is a suggested method that I give you from experience. And the reason for the problem in the control of the energy is because the energy was released in your previous breath. Okay? And it is like a coiled spring. Imagine it's like a spring and it just popped up. So it doesn't just go down flat automatically. When you breathe in, it starts to go down, but it's still there. That energy is still there. So when you start to push, it can, burst uncontrollably. So you have to you have to hold your breath for a while and allow that spring. When you're counting to 20, it slowly settles completely down at the bottom, and then you can gently start pushing because it's not yet fully down, right? So you can gently start pushing at 30, between 30 and 50, and it's flat down. At 50 you can now push with force. So depending on the level of the energy you have, you can push with complete force as maximum as you can if it's not uncontrolled. But as the energy develops, it starts to become uncontrolled and becomes too heavy. So you'll have to control it, and and that's the way you're going to be practicing. So this is the actual practice of pranayama. This is what pranayama really is, and this is how you will be practicing for, with different people. It will be different lengths of time. It can be, usually is a few years that you'll be practicing it this way, but during that time the energy is consistently increasing. Every few weeks or few months you'll notice it's going. When your body is ready to handle more, it will increase and increase and increase until you come to the level you can hold to 100, and then it will continue to increase when you reach the breathless state as well. And that's the ultimate stage. That is where you have what is commonly termed the Kundalini awakening. Okay, thank you very much. If you like this video, please press like, subscribe and share. And remember that you don't need to struggle with pain or illness. Try chi healing. You may contact me for a free, non-obligation first 3 sessions. And I hope you liked this video. Thank you very much.